Hi everyone! It's Sonia here from Chicago. It is a gray day today, but it is 60 degrees. So in my book, in Chicagoland, that is a total win. I am so happy. We've had such beautiful weather over the past few days. It has been the best. I got to ride my bike, I got to go to the park, got to hang outside. It was wonderful, all without a coat, which is, if you are here from Chicago or know anything about Chicago, you know that's a really big deal. But I wanted to come and say hello today because, this morning I was reading the New York Times, which I love to do as a way to sort of start my morning. And I saw this really interesting article on I think it's called Go Easy on Yourself, and sort of the idea of self-compassion. And I was really excited to see an article like that in the New York Times because I find so much in mentoring people and working with people and talking with my friends, even just with myself. I find it can be really hard to do that. So often we're so kind and loving to our friends and family who are suffering, whether it's with a job or having a bad day or whatever. But when it really comes to ourselves, when we're having a hard time or we're struggling with something, maybe, we're trying to lose weight or we're trying to find a job or just anything at all. Maybe just we're not getting along with our boss or we're having problems with our family. We can really get into the habit of being incredibly hard on ourselves and really holding ourselves to a standard that just isn't real. And, talking with clients and even just paying attention, I think that a lot of times we try and use this tactic of being harsh on ourselves as a way to motivate. And I don't think it's really a good motivator. I don't think it's a good motivator. Imagine if you were having a bad day. Let's say you went on a terrible blind date and this guy was just a complete and utter jerk to you, and you called your best friend and you were like, I can't believe it. He told me I looked fat and that I was a terrible conversationalist, and then got up and left in the middle of dinner. Your best friend wouldn't be like, yeah, well, he was completely right. You need a new outfit and I'm sick of talking to you, so I'm gonna hang up the phone right now. That wouldn't happen unless you have terrible friends, and if you do have friends like that, you need to get rid of them, and we need to work on your self-esteem because that's a no bueno situation. But a lot of times that's kind of how we treat ourselves when we're feeling bad. We really can blame ourselves, be really harsh, and don't really practice the art of self-compassion. And, it's easy. It can be an easy thing to start, and it can just be a little bit of a practice. And so one of the things to do to just practice being nice to yourself, is to even just ask yourself who's talking. Sometimes in our heads, like I said, we have these really harsh voices, and sometimes if we pay attention and be like, oh, wow, that's, Sonia, other Sonia, that's jerk Sonia who's talking right now and not, me, then it can also give you a little bit of distance so that you don't totally go into autopilot. Another really great way to practice self-compassion is to start meditating. And everybody's like, oh, meditating, oh, I get so sick of it. But no, it's a wonderful tool, and it doesn't have to be sitting down and trying to empty your mind. But, even just giving yourself a few minutes a day to train your brain is a fabulous tool for a million different things. I'm sure you'll hear me talk about meditating more than you probably want because it's one of my favorite tools. I love meditating. It is great. But even just by recognizing some of the things that we love about ourselves. Last week in our Valentine's Day video, I talked about some of the things that I love about myself and about the people around me. But starting to recognize and really ground in those pieces of ourselves that are fabulous. And, a lot of times when we're nicer to ourselves, it goes a long way into our self-esteem, into how we feel and how we treat other people. So I would really recommend that you start paying attention to how you treat yourself and start being a little bit kinder and more compassionate. And if you want, this New York Times article is in the section. Today is the 21st. and it's in like the wellness section, so if you want to just peruse that. But I am all about it, and I think that you should be too, because it's a really great tool and it's a really great beginning to be just a little bit nicer to ourselves. So I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great weekend, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Also, thank you so much for all of the comments, all the different things. It's so nice to hear from you guys. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I just really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And I just am sending you all my love. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.